Good morning, half-ass travelers. Well, if you don't recognize that backdrop, that's because we're on the opposite side of the earth of where we usually are. That's right, we're coming to you from Osaka, Japan. That's right, we endured a grueling 24-hour travel day. And what was the longest flight? 15-hour flight?
15 hour. Well, there was 3 flights total.
Yes, but we love Japan. We've been here once before. This is our second time.
Yep.
And we're here for a few reasons. The main reason is we came here to spot some Japanese RVs. It's possible we may be able to see them. We're going to look to see if they've got a dealership or something where we can go take a look, an in-depth look, because Japanese RVing is done in a completely different way. It's very compact. If we can spot any of these RVs out in the wild, we're gonna highlight those.
Yep.
The other thing we're doing here is we are bringing our granddaughter to college.
Angie!
That's right.
Go
She's going to Temple University's campus in Kyoto, Japan.
So we've come here
for
4 years.
That's right. And we're going to be moving her into her apartment. Now, this is the Liber Hotel in Osaka Harbor. And that Ferris wheel behind us is beautiful at night when it's lit up. It's just gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
But there's one reason why we're here, and that is because we're directly across the street from Universal Studios Japan. And there's a reason for that, because we're here in the new year. I know this video is coming out a little bit after New Year's, but we're here for New Year's, and we have special passes. They're doing a special event called the Countdown, and the park is open for 26 hours, including this huge countdown party with fireworks and parties and everything. So we're going to be bringing that to you as we experience it, and that's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're also going to be showing you some of the other things that we're going to be doing while we're here in our stay in Japan. So stay tuned. Hopefully you'll be as excited about it as we are. All right, stay tuned.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan. And we are the Half-Ass Travelers. We were hoping we might spot some RVs here while we were in Japan, and guess what? We just arrived at the Osaka Castle Park. We're gonna go see some beautiful scenery, but before we do that, look, we found a unicorn in the parking lot. Here we go. If you were interested in knowing what they do for RVs here in Japan, well, here is a perfect example. I don't recognize the brand name on the front, but it does say it is a Crea Evolution. So it's very compact. As you can see, it fits in a parking space. Look at how they parked. They're barely touching the line, and look how we parked our van. Okay, so we are even over the line. So it is even smaller of a footprint than the van that we rented from the rental car place. And let's just take a quick look at it. Obviously, it's got a sleeping compartment over top. By the way, this is somebody's, we can't get inside, obviously. We're gonna show you what we can. You can sleep over the top. Looks like they've got some storage compartments on the side. That looks like a generator compartment because it is vented, and some kind of access, but I can't read Japanese, unfortunately. But it looks like they pack a lot into this tight little space. It's very similar to that one we saw from Italy, that RV. I can't remember the name. I'll put it on the screen if I can think of it. And yeah, it's just a very, very, very compact floor plan. Let's take a look around the other side. And on the passenger side, actually, what would be for us the driver's side is their passenger side. You can see the doors on the side. There's some other storage compartments, and it's really nice. I wish we could go inside. Unfortunately, we can't. Somebody owns this, and there's somebody in it right now, so we're definitely not going to do that. All right, we're moving on. We're going to see some beautiful sights here at Osaka Castle Park. Well, guess what? As we were getting ready to walk away, the gentleman who was inside actually came out. We can't film inside, obviously. It is his own RV, but we did get to take a look inside, and in the back area there is a bed, and also there is a dinette on the side that is currently configured as a bed. So there's a lot of space in there considering the size of this unit. It's comparable to some of the Class B vans we've seen, but you can see it's on the box, so feels like it's got a lot more space. We were so happy we were able to show you that RV. That was just a little bit of a bonus we weren't expecting. Now we're going to show you the castle. Let's go. All right, we've arrived at the castle, which is in the center of the castle park, which makes sense, right? All right, we are 15 minutes before 9 o'clock. The castle opens at 9 o'clock, and I recommend you come in here early because the lines can get long. There's a couple lines here. You can purchase tickets online, and if you do that, and you basically skip the line, and you get to go right into the park. But if you're like us and you haven't bought your tickets online, they're a little bit cheaper to buy here. They're a little less expensive because the online ticket places charge a bit of a commission on those tickets. But if you're here early enough, it really doesn't matter. As you can see, I'll show you the queues. It can get, in fact, the sign behind me says, from where we're standing, if all of these turnstiles were full, it would be a 15-minute wait from here.
Yeah.
Especially on the weekends, it can get a little busy. Right now, nobody here. It's a Friday. Early, and we're really excited to go in and show you this castle.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Osaka Castle is stunning from the outside, and inside you're going to find some displays showing the military history of this castle. What we really enjoyed were these kind of holographic images showing how they built the castle, and they had a few of these throughout the interior. It's a lot different than Hirosaki Castle in Aomori. That one is still set up as the military base, and you can climb up to the bulwarks and all that. They also have these dioramas where they're showing the actual uniforms and some of the tactics that were used by the Japanese armies to defend and attack the castle. We thought that was really neat as well. Then we go up to the roof, and you can really see the old world clashing with the new. There's the old barracks building there, but you can see the city skyline built up around the castle. It's a really stark reminder of how well preserved these historical monuments in Japan are. There you can see the kind of dried out portion of the moat, but the moat does extend completely around the castle, and you can see there's beautiful works of art that would be in any museum anywhere else, but they're right here on the castle, protected by plexiglass, of course. There's also this scene showing what it looked like back when the castle was in operation, and that was kind of neat to see all the farms there. A really neat place. Well, what'd you guys think of that? We were a little bit limited as to what we could film because there are certain areas where you're not allowed to take any photographs or videos, but we showed you what we could, and wow, really nice, cool views from up there. It's really neat to see how the skyline has changed now with all the city built up around the castle. It used to be all those fields of rice paddies and other farms. So really cool, lots of really neat stuff in there. Highly recommend Osaka Castle. If you're coming to Osaka, definitely is worth a visit. We're gonna go walk around the grounds now and see what else is around. Well, look at this. Right outside the castle, we found the Kaiyodo Figure Museum. And I don't know if this is a seasonal thing or if they have this here all the time, but it is really cool. They've got all of these great figurines behind us, that big dragon. And yeah, we're gonna go in, we're gonna take a look, and we're gonna show you what we can. There's a lot of figurines in there, and hopefully you'll see something you like. Hopefully we see something we like.
Yeah.
All right. The figurines in the museum are divided up into sections. We're going to start with the special effects. There's a lot of Godzilla figurines and kaiju monsters. Very, very interesting to see the intricate work here. Then we move over to Western films. As you can see, here's the Discovery from 2001, A Space Odyssey. They've also got the Gremlins and a lot of superhero figurines. Really cool. We love the Batman stuff. And of course, you got to have Star Wars there when you're talking about the West. Then we move into the manga animation, and this is action figures with movable joints. You'll see robots, anime, and video game characters mostly. We were surprised to find out that a lot of these figurines, they come in kits. You could purchase them and build them yourself. We didn't know that. I think you'd have to have a lot of skill to be able to do that, especially to do the painting of these very intricate designs. Really cool. There's a lot of figurines in this museum. Now we're moving on to Bishoujo, fictional beauty. And as you can see, a lot of the attributes have been exaggerated in a lot of these. But you may be familiar with this type of kind of anime-ish style of art in Japan. Now we're going to shokugan. This refers to a type of candy that comes with omake. And dinosaur monsters, vehicles, they create something that's never been seen before. That was the whole purpose of it. Now we're moving on to nature models, capsule figurines, and movable figures. This is a section for Japanese culture, mini replicas and statues mostly. A lot of Japanese deities. And some modern stuff. These are some works of art. Oh, and of course Godzilla, gotta have Godzilla. Now we're moving into, this is the section we like the most. These are the box dioramas. It's amazing how they can create this scene, make a world inside a box. You get that sense of depth and spatial presentation. They're very cool. Some of the stuff's playful too. Oh, Back to the Future, that was a good one. We like that. And the Mutant Ninja Turtles, Iron Man stuff. Yeah, we were amazed. They even included the Osaka Castle. Wow, that was so cool.
I could stay there all day.
I know. We hope you enjoyed that look at this figurine museum. We did. Now we're going to continue our walk around the grounds. So.
Sounds good.
Enough of the indoor stuff. Let's go outside and freeze our nuggets off. Rose, what do we got?
Snow!
No, it's not. It's barely snowing.
It's snowing enough. Snow means cold.
Oh, look, they have 7-Elevens here in Japan. So how about this? On our way from Osaka to Kyoto, we stopped at a shopping mall, and guess what? We came across another one of these RVs, very similar to the other one we saw. This is the Evolte Jeepney.
Jeepney.
We're gonna look them up. Listen, for these, we're gonna, if we can find any of the specs or any of the information, we'll put it on the screen so you can see. But you can see that pretty much the design is the same. They're very compact, fitting in a normal parking space. Looks like there's a bed over top. This one's probably got the bed in the back as well, and usually a dinette. Small little kitchen area. Again, the size of not just any Class B, but this is like ProMaster footprint. All right, so it's really interesting the way they do these RVs here in Japan. Driving on these roads like we've been doing for the last few days, I can tell you, you do not want to be driving these big, large vehicles over here. It's very difficult. Some of the areas are pretty tight, and we've been in the city. I can't even imagine what it's like out in the country, but we're going to be heading that way soon. So, all right, so we just want to share this with you as well. Again, put the specs on the screen. Why do we not have this in America? Why? Look, there's a robot. All right, there's some craziness going on here in Kyoto. Crazy. Well, we were walking back to the hotel from lunch, and we spotted this RV in the parking lot. This is on the Toyota chassis. It just says Serengeti and camping style. Again, if we can find the specs for it, we'll put them up on the screen. But it's another one of those compact RVs that fits in a parking space. We love it. You can kind of see inside. There's a couple of forward-facing seats at the dinette behind the driver's seats. You can see the kitchen area, and then there's the bed in back. Rose is going to take us all the way around so we can see all the windows. As you can see, there's no door on this side because this is actually the driver's side. They do drive on the other side of the road in Japan. So you're not going to find all your awnings and stuff on that side. There is a ladder to get up to the top, 2 windows, and then the door you'll find right over here. Pretty cool, very compact. You can see there is a sleeping area over the driver's compartment, but it is kind of tiny, and you probably need some maybe small children. I don't know if an adult will fit up there. All right, well, there's another one. All right, a short word on using the trains here in Kyoto and Osaka and in Japan generally. We did rent a car for this trip, and we'll talk about the driving a little bit later. But the most efficient way to get around is the public transportation. Japan has a beautiful public transportation system, awesome system. Look at this station, it's beautiful. This is Kyoto Station. Really nice. The ticketing is very easy, right over there on that wall behind me. All right, we purchased something called an ICOCA pass, and basically you buy this card, you load it up with however much money you want to put on there. I think we put like $20 each on there. Yeah. About 2,000 yen, so that's about $15 each on there. That should be sufficient for the amount of time we're going to be traveling. And basically you can jump on and off any train, just wave the card as if it's a credit card. So we haven't tried it yet. We're going to be doing that as we go. If we run into any hiccups, we'll let you know.
Hey, it's sort of like I do with the charge card, right, hon?
Yeah. On another note, look at how clean. Have you ever seen a train station this clean, hon?
Never.
Yeah, we talk about that too. There are no trash cans that we can find. In Japan, I guess they carry their trash to their destination, and that's where they throw it out. Rose has got our Starbucks cups. But yeah, this is, I've never been in a country that's so clean. Have you?
No.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. All right, we're moving on. This is the Fushimi Inari temples, and it is a definite must-see when you come to Kyoto. I mean, just look at this walkway, all these orange arches. Yeah, it's very neat.
That's heavy.
No, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. Rose is not driving. We are not reversing the images here. Yes, we are driving on the right side of the car on the left side of the road, which is a little unusual, us being from the United States. I can tell you this, about a week ago when we got in Japan, I would not even consider trying to talk to you while I was trying to navigate the roads and everything. We do it at home all the time because it's the same as if I was just talking to Rose in the passenger seat. But I will tell you this, I've got a few words on driving in Japan. Now that we've been doing it for a week, I feel comfortable enough to share these things with you. First of all, the roads are very good. The roads are excellent. They're very smooth, paved, all the highways. They're well marked. They're marked a little bit differently than they are in the States, but you get used to them very quickly. There are some rules of the road that you have to follow, but it's mostly just being polite, which sometimes is not a common thing in the United States. I mean, if you want to get into a line of cars, we have not had a case where somebody didn't let us in ahead of them. And accordingly so, we let people in ahead of us as well. So just keep that in mind. It's you have to be very cordial and very considerate. Having said that, I can tell you it is not easy getting used to. First of all, driving on the left is fine. We've done it in many different countries.
Right.
But when you're using a GPS, and we're using the GPS that we use at home, it's rattling off the name of the street it wants you to turn onto. Well, we can't read the street signs to know if the road is correct. So you have to pay special attention to the maps. And just know, because a lot of times it'll tell you to turn, but then there's a turn before that and you don't know which one that is. Is it this turn? Is it the one that's maybe 20 feet ahead of it? So it's very important that if you're going to do the driving, you have a navigator in the passenger seat. Wave hi, Rose. There's our navigator. I'm not allowed to touch the phone. I can't have any phone in my hand. That's the rules, hands-free only. So Rose is holding up the GPS so I can glance over at it from time to time, because this rental car does not have Apple CarPlay, so I'm not unable to use the screen. And I really didn't want to try to use a GPS system that's all in Japanese. So yeah, that would not have ended well.
Oh no.
But having said that, we've had a great time. A lot of these roads are very tight once you get back in the neighborhoods. But there's not a lot of traffic. I thought there would be more traffic in the cities, but there's so many people using the public transportation, I think, that hasn't been bad. You think, Rose?
No, not too bad.
We had one traffic jam the other day, and that's because there was a wreck on the highway. And again, very efficient. I've never seen, they must carry arrow signs with them wherever they go, all the cops must, because it looked like road construction, but it was actually just a wreck. But, all right, enough about that. Don't be afraid to drive in Japan. You will get used to, if you've got, if you can pay attention, if you've got driving skills at home, don't be afraid. You can do it. It's just, you may miss a turn or two, and you know what? Just go with it. Don't try to correct it, and just go around the block. And we've had to do that a couple times.
How about your blinker?
Oh yeah. All right, remember, when you're sitting on this side of the car, the blinker is on the right side. So the first like 4 or 5 times, you're probably going to turn the wipers on when you're trying to put your blinker on. So just be ready for that. Be ready for your partner to be making fun of you, and your family to be making fun of you continuously every time you do it. Yeah. Well, that shame makes it so it doesn't happen again. All right, I think that's enough on driving here. Again, as far as fueling and gassing up, it's very similar. Just make sure you put the correct fuel in.
Actually, at the gas stations, they do a full service. They wash your windows while they're fueling up your car. It's fantastic.
Yeah, there are full service stations here. Those are kind of a thing of the past in the U.S. But yep, and they washed our windows. We didn't know it was a full service station. We just asked them, and basically just know the word for fill up, which I think is Montan, and Cardo, which is credit card, and you tell them that, they fill it up, take your credit card, charge it, easy peasy. So don't be afraid of that. All right. Oh, also, the toll card. Oh, I gotta tell you that.
Oh my gosh,
all right, so everything here in Japan is on this ETC card. All right, and it's a card that inserts to a slot on the dashboard in Japanese cars. And what that does is it's like a pass or fast pass that we have at home. It basically allows you to just go right through these toll plazas. It's so easy. The rental car companies will ask you if you want it. I think there may be a small fee to have it, and then you just pay your tolls at the end. It is so
totally worth it. Otherwise,
you need cash, and you're going to be stopping every time you go through a toll. And if you're driving around a lot like we are, we're going from Osaka to Kyoto back and forth a few times. It's totally worth it for us.
Yep.
I think that's enough. Moving on to the next site.
All right.
Let's do it. Well, half-asters, we found another secret spot. This is, well, it's not so secret. This castle is visible from the highway as we were driving into Kyoto, and you can see it. It's just a little bit of some twists and turns to get back here. Fushimi Castle. It is one of the less visited sites. In fact, we are pretty much the only ones here. It's right inside this athletic park where people take their morning strolls and they walk dogs and everything. So a lot of the tourists don't even know about this place. They don't come by. It's not one of those castles we can go inside, but we're going to get some great video around the outskirts. It's a beautiful castle.
Beautiful.
It was rebuilt, so it's not necessarily original, but it's just as beautiful as it was back then, as far as I'm concerned.
Me too.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. So we're going to check it out, and we're going to do it while there's nobody else here, which is very unusual for this trip.
Yep. Wait for the wow factor. Here it comes.
Wow.
Isn't it awesome?
Oh my God.
It's beautiful.
There's no way the camera's going to pick up how big these things are. Wow.
Gorgeous.
Wow. Well, half-asters, we hope you enjoyed that little visit to Japan with us. We didn't get to see a lot. We were kind of pressed for time. Again, we had our mission of bringing our granddaughter to school, and we accomplished that mission. She's all set. We got her a bicycle. We ran the train routes that she's going to be taking, so she's all set. And we just were trying to see things in between. So we hope you enjoyed that. We will be coming back here, though, definitely, because we have to visit our granddaughter. So do you think we should bring them with us again?
Of course.
Yeah, we will definitely do that. We'll give you some more views of Japan as we see it. Japan is a great country. It's beautiful. It is spotless, and the crows are everywhere. I don't know if you can hear that one. Yeah, thanks for the background noise. But if you enjoyed this video, we hope you'll consider subscribing. Again, we usually do RV videos, but we throw these in from time to time, especially when we're traveling in our RV. If you give us a like, that helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you do subscribe, make sure you ring the bell for notifications so you'll be told every time we post a new video. Yep. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram if you want to keep up to us in a little more real time. All right, we will see you in the next video.